able to talk?
No, I did the last time, and I don't know why it's saved.
Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100 subs, it's time they get some out. Hey, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah, Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah, Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show.
You know, we really don't need a reason to dislike Los Angeles sports teams. But then they go decide and pull one out of the doggone hat. And as much as you can't stand them, and this is about the only time I will ever give this team credit, Rob Pelinka really pulled one out of his ass.
And do you want to know the reason why they traded him? What I read in the article, they were concerned about his weight.
Yes. Because he didn't ask
when has his weight got in the way of him being a dominant fucking basketball player on the court?
It never has. It never has. I mean, heck, if you want to get technical, I mean, is Nikola Jokic in basketball shape? No,
bro. But they traded Luka Doncic for a walking handicap who will get hurt in an instant, and he's already hurt. So you traded. So basically, you traded two players that are not playing right now. Two hurt players.
Correct.
I get it.
Correct.
I get it. But I would rather have Luka on my team than Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis will give you 4 to 5 games where he's dominant. You're like, okay, AD's back, and then do I have to say anything else? Do I have to say anything else?
Now,
what the fuck, Dallas?
Well, my main thing is, okay, if you want to trade Luka, fine, but trade him in conference
to the Lakers, bro. LeBron is going to retire, and the Lakers are in good hands. I'm sorry, this is the first time that you ever hear me say the Lakers are in good hands.
No.
They got Luka Doncic.
I agree.
They still got Rui.
Okay, very rarely do I agree with Kendrick Perkins, because sometimes.
Oh, what did he say?
No. He actually said something that was smart. Now, he did say,
really?
Yeah, he said it's a win for both teams. For the short term, it favors Dallas, but in the long term, it favors the Lakers, because keep this.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep in mind, folks. Luka Doncic is only 25 years old. He hasn't even hit his prime yet, and that's scary,
bro.
Now again,
bro,
you have heard both of us on this show our disdain for that team that wears purple.
We're showing it now.
Well, that's factual too. However, you don't think that LeBron is going to get that man in shape and teach him how to be a pro and teach him how to keep his body right? Because again, I can't stand the flopping, but for LeBron to be 40 years old and still putting up the numbers that he's putting up, whether you dislike him or don't like him, you have to give the man his due. And the man just went to the Mecca last night and put up a triple-double, which was a very entertaining game between the Knicks and the Lakers. Okay. Now, this is certainly not a move by GM LeBron because GM LeBron wouldn't make a move like this, which is quite shocking. But I mean, the fact that this just came out of nowhere,
Bro.
Now keep in mind,
I did not see this coming.
Now keep in mind, my brother is. What's up, Brian? How are you, buddy? Mr.
Hey, what's
Brian,
up, B?
Mr. Brian of the Ace NFL. Brian,
Thank you
who
for
are you
chiming
playing
in.
for this year? Are
Yes.
you playing this year in the spring?
Do tell.
Now, my co-host, my brother was going to a show where he had finally wanted to go see because every time Tony Baker comes out, it's either didn't have the money for it or had to work. So one of the comedians he finally wanted to go see, he gets to go see. Now
Dave Chappelle is next.
Now he's at the show. Oh, okay, so you are playing just figuring out what team. Got it. All right. Well, don't hesitate to come on the Mizzle and Dub show and tell us where you're playing at in the spring for the Ace.
Yeah, breaking news. Break that news on the Mizzle and Dub show.
So he's obviously laughing his ass off with my sister, his wife, having a good time, obviously. And then I text him. Hold on, I'm gonna do this for verbatim fans. So I sent him the text at exactly. Hold on, where is it? At 9:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I put the angry cussing emoji, Lakers. And he's like, what they do. And then I just send him the tweet because if Shams is reporting this, who now is the
pretty much true.
It's not false.
He's like Josina Anderson. When she posted something, you believe what the fuck she's saying. 100%.
And then he replies back, I'm sorry. I sent him the message at 9:17. I'm sorry, 9:17. So he replies back 3 minutes later what they do. Then I send him the tweet or the tweet. He comes back at 9:22. Luka traded to Lakers. What the fuck? In his exact words. Now as I'm saying this, I'm saying I'm watching Gonzaga and St. Mary's, which by the way, another fantastic game between those two. They never disappoint. Which St. Mary's ends up winning by 2 in Moraga, 60-58. Oh, very good game. Very good game between those two.
Wait a minute. You mean to fucking tell me Gonzaga was not far away from our parents' house yet again?
They were at St. Mary's, yes.
Get the fuck out of here. That's another bucket list.
But I mean, who knows when Tony Baker's coming back to Sacramento, so you had the chance to go see him. So, I'm not mad at it.
I think it's been a couple of years since he was in back to Sac.
So it was well worth the wait for.
Yes. But I've been dying to see Gonzaga and St. Mary's play for years.
I know.
When it's right down the goddamn street.
Is in there.
Hey there, Godfather. Hey, thanks for chiming in. Hey, much appreciative.
So then I'm I'm just looking for them to put it on the bottom line of ESPN, and then Dave Fleming, who broadcasted the game between Gonzaga and St. Mary's, he announces it over the air. I'm like, oh, this is. So then, of course, I text Brian. Brian thinks I'm joking. I'm like, this is not a joke.
Oh, I texted TG and he was like, nah, he's like, nah, this ain't true. So I sent him the picture with Shams, and as soon as I sent the picture with Zams, he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they got rid of a problem. Thank you, Brian. Same here. To get rid of their best player to trade for Anthony Davis, I can kind of see what they were trying to do with that, but the man cannot stay healthy.
I text my pastor, who's a big Laker fan, has been since the Showtime era.
He should have over there been doing the Holy Ghost, the Holy Ghost dance.
He thought he wasn't true. I'm like, Pastor, this is not an April Fool's joke. This is real.
Now you see how crazy this is. Even Laker fans are like, get the fuck out of here.
No, I have friends that live in LA, that are Laker fans, obviously, and they're like, is this real? I'm like, this is not a joke.
Yeah, it's real. No, it's not a drill.
This is This is really happening late.
This is not a drill.
Late in the midnight hour.
Because it's
Well,
over now, right? The trading deadline's over, right?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't even started.
Oh shit!
Oh well, now as we always do on the show, we always like to give you factual information. So we're about to give you factual information.
Bryant, they traded him because they were worried about his conditioning and his weight.
The trade deadline is this Thursday.
But I also think the last straw for the Lakers with Anthony Davis was his last injury. I think that was it.
Well,
now I'll say this. I also think that the Lakers sent some kind of mob figure to Dallas, and they put a gun in their head and like, look here, you're gonna fucking take this soft Charmin motherfucker, and you're gonna give us Luka. Do we have a deal? Or I will blow this. That's the only way I can see this happening. I don't see them making a phone call. Here, look at this. Let's foreshadow for a second. This is what happens if the Lakers are calling me or whatever. What do you guys want? We'll give you AD, yada 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 for Luka, this at the third. The fuck is their problem? Why did I even answer that call? That was a dumbass thing to call me for Luka? For AD?
Now
that was a mob tactic. No, you cannot tell me that was not a mob tactic.
Here's the irony of it. It was Anthony Davis that told the front office, look, go get a 5. I'm tired of playing the 5. I want to play the 4. I want to go back to my natural position.
Oh, shit. Oh.
So the Lakers in response said, well, you know what, Mr. Davis? We're sending your ass to Dallas.
We're giving you a ride in Dallas, brother.
You know
what? This is exactly how this conversation when AD walked in that office. He said that. And they looked at him, and the moment he walked out, that person looked over at somebody that's not gonna work for me, brother. Those are the exact words. That's not just gonna work for me, brother. We gotta ship his ass to fucking Dallas. Bro, this is a mob hit. And to trade him within the division? What? Bro, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Rui, and they got what's the other kid? I can't think. Connect. Thank you. And what's the other kid's name? Austin motherfucking Reeves.
But
bro.
But I will say it like this also. But in a sense, the Lakers have pretty much made this season a wash because, quiet as it's kept, they have no bigs now. So if they happen to make it to the playoffs, they play a team that has bigs, they're gonna get mollywopped.
Well, so you said Denver.
Oh please, if they play their daddies, the Nuggets, the Joker might average a quadruple double in this series. and don't get me wrong. Luka and LeBron will get theirs, but if Reeves is not hitting, if Connect's not hitting, if Rui's not hitting, that's gonna be an issue.
I may have been harsh with they've been held at gunpoint. Here's my rebuttal to this. What the fuck does the Lakers have on the Dallas Mavericks for them to pull that trade? It's got to something must have happened at the owners' meeting. Cuban must have been out there doing some wild shit. This does not happen. This is what the NFL does. The NFL does stupid shit like this, like trade a player within it, like when the tight end that got traded from was it Hawkinson or whatever? But no, the NFL does shit like this. The NBA doesn't do like that. Look, i.e., freaking De'Aaron Fox.
Well,
he wants to go to the Spurs. Do you think the Kings are going to do something like that?
They would be stupid if they did that.
I mean, well, we're not shocked. Let's talk about the Lakers and the damn Dallas Mavericks. This is a fucking stupid ass trade. So,
Okay, now what I
They
now
they do that. They trade De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs to go hang out with Wemby and CP3. I'm done. I'm done. There's no chance in hell that the Warriors even smell anything if that trade happens. I mean, they still have a chance right now. And I'm over here thinking like we're sitting here watching this trade happen, and the Warriors are still sitting on their ass. I get it. They don't want to give up the farm.
okay, now for those people that don't know, Mark Cuban is only a minority owner of the Mavericks. He sold a majority of his stock.
Oh, that's right. I think that was an NBA move. That was also a mob hit. They told his ass, look here, this shit needs to stop. Sell it, or we're giving your ass a ride in Dallas. Well, he's already in Dallas, but you know what I mean. It's a statement from a comedian.
Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. So pretty much, um, 73 of the Dallas Mavericks is owned by Adelson, Sivian, and Patrick Dumont. Mark Cuban has
Are we
very
talking the Dumont that owns the vegetable company?
Patrick Dumont.
I was being that was a joke.
No.
Because if you grew up, you know about Dumont. You know about
Yes.
that. You know about
Oh,
that
yes.
tobacco
Greens
company.
and corn and squash.
All that
and
shit.
That. Yes.
Yes.
The
Yes.
green can, if you will. Yes.
Yes, with the red label
Mm-hmm.
in the middle.
In the middle, yes. Absolutely.
Yes, we're showing our age, ladies and gentlemen. If you ain't figured that by now, our combined age is what, 84?
Yes. Yes, it is.
You're old. Did my brother freeze? There he is. There he is.
No, I'm back. But one thing I don't agree with, don't be sending Mark Cuban death threats, Mavericks fans. He had nothing to do with this trade.
Are we at that point already?
Yes. A lot of them are blaming Mark Cuban for selling his.
I don't care about anything about all that. You don't send death threats.
You don't. No.
That's not. And this is about as stupid as your fan base when it came to Kyle Williams. They literally broke that man. They broke that man. Shame on Niner fans for doing that.
And I'm going to say this, and I will forever say this. We are not talking about the Kyle Williams fumble if my damn team does not go 1 for 12 on third down conversions. Good Lord.
Say it again for the people that didn't hear you in the back, brother.
Okay. We are
Tap the mic. Tap the mic. Tap the mic. There we go. Yes, let him know.
We are not talking about Kyle Williams. If my damn football team can convert a damn third down in that game other than just one time, just like Saints fans, we're not talking about the pass interference if you make the Rams waste their timeouts. But you didn't.
Run the ball.
You decide to throw the ball on first down after you go deep and complete a pass to Ted Ginn Jr., and you throw on first down. Then you run the ball and make the Rams waste one timeout. Then the egregious no PI call happens. Which, again, it should have been called, yes. But we're not talking about that if Sean Payton decides not to be the smartest guy in the room, decides not to run the ball.
Cute.
But no.
Yeah, don't be cute.
You want to throw the ball,
hey,
first down.
Does that sound familiar?
B-Rabbit.
No.
Oh, yeah. No, nobody is safe on this night owl edition. Nobody is.
Hell.
But like I said, in the short term, if AD does get healthy, it puts him back in his natural 4 position with Kyrie, with Dinwiddie, and you still got Gafford and Lively. Even though Gafford's hurt, you still got Lively at the 5. So AD can go back to playing his natural position. And plus, there's this factor in mind. Jason Kidd wanted AD. Because remember, it was Jason Kidd that got the best out of AD when the Lakers won that Mickey Mouse bubble championship at Disney World. Jason Kidd was an assistant on that staff under Frank Vogel. People forget that.
I'm one of them.
So,
I mean,
Jason Kidd,
I'm pretty much up on a lot of things, but I totally forgot Jason Kidd was on that staff. Yes.
Jason Kidd,
So it
Kidd
makes
was on
now
the
it's starting to make
Raiders.
a lot of sense.
People
But you
forget.
don't give up Luka to get that.
I don't disagree with that. People also forget Jason Kidd was coached by Frank Vogel when Frank Vogel was the New Jersey Nets head coach back in the day. People forget that. So
I knew that.
It all makes I know you knew that part, but yeah, people forget that Jason Kidd was on the staff with Frank Vogel when they won in Disneyland.
Damn it! It's first Sunday.
Yes, it is. It is Communion Sunday. Absolutely.
That means I got to be on camera for church later on.
Well, I got to put a suit on and wear a tie. Dadgummit.
Oh, well, I don't have to do that.
No, but I only do it one Sunday I only do it one Sunday out of the month.
Oh, brother. First Sunday is when you're supposed to come out and show out.
Oh yeah.
So
Indeed.
That's it. So it's always the first Sunday.
Indeed. Now we're still going to talk about the Royal Rumble, but this blockbuster of a deal that I don't know why it happened, but no, it is not it's not a joke. It's not April Fool's joke on we are already in February. Good Lord.
And February is going to be over when you blink because it's the shortest month of the year.
Yes.
So you pretty much can say that we're in March. Just say we're in March.
Yeah. Well, we do know that.
Good Lord.
Pitchers and catchers do report this month.
Do you know what happens in March?
The tournament.
That too. My youngest son turns 14 in March. Yeah. He'll be 14. It'll be 4 years that I've been married.
Well, I mean, that part I know. Mom's birthday, Pop's birthday, Aja's birthday.
Yeah, March is busy for us, brother.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of March, almost forgot. March 16th, season 11 of the American Sevens Football League.
Brother, you know how to give me goosebumps. and then you send me a video with my favorite quarterback in the league.
Yes. Much appreciation, Scott Hamilton.
Scooter.
Allowing me to participate in helping their girls flag football honor their seniors on senior night.
And definitely thanks for the shout out, Mr. Hamilton. Definitely. You already know the meeting you and Munchie was like, But I'm gonna have to put my Insomniac fandom to the Insomniac fandom. I have to put my fandom to the side because me and my brother got to be professional because this, like I said, when the season starts, we have to do our broadcasting thing. But yeah, I'm Mizzle is going to make his return for an A7 game because it's a lot of players I didn't get to meet on all kind of squads. I didn't get to meet Zelly. Definitely gonna have to meet. Definitely want to meet Danye. I don't think I got a chance to meet. I think I met Danye. I can't remember, but it would be great.
Danye wasn't there the week he was there.
Yep, I thought so. Danye wasn't there.
Also doing some stuff.
Yeah, we understand the reason why Zelly wasn't there. Still a little upset about that, but I understand why. Bigger and better things. But yes,
Man, I was trying to win a medal.
if you're a new subscriber to us, or if you haven't watched this on recently, please subscribe to the A7FL.
Which, by the way, to our 3 newest subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing.
We are now at 172, baby.
2.
Yeah.
It is greatly appreciated.
What a way to kick off the new year, brother. Because we were sticking at 169 for a while.
Yeah,
well,
but no,
don't get anybody wrong. The magical number is always good, but it's
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, but we will love to get our numbers up.
But no,
Hope no children was watching at that segment.
But special thanks. We definitely appreciate you guys thinking enough of us to want to subscribe and learn about us and learn about this show. So this is the Night Owl Edition 301, where we find out where Luka Doncic is a doggone Los Angeles Laker. Wow.
I almost want to hit you with the text message back when you sit there like, don't you ever send me this kind of information like this? This is bullshit. I don't want to see this bullshit. But I know because this, it's sports related. This is what we do. And wait, the moment my brother sent that to me and I wrote back, he was like, well, I know what episode 301 is going to talk about. I'm like, set that shit up. And hence you have us.
I mean, just some of the athletes' response on Twitter. Patrick Mahomes says, wait, what? Josh Hart of the Knicks says, huh? Tyrese Maxey in capital letters, huh? CJ McCollum, wow, it's real, LOL, I'm going to sleep. Trey Young, question mark. De'Aaron Fox, the blowing head emoji. Bam Adebayo, did somebody steal Sham's phone? They really thought Sham was BS when he put this out.
Bro, they probably thought he was hacked. Hell, I thought you was some kind of futuristic robot sending me something when I was reading that.
The last thing I'm going to talk about is a move the Lakers do, but it's just like,
but
again,
we have to get the people what they want, brother.
My first alert came from Bleach Report. I'm like, what? No. It is not April Fool's yet. It is not April the 1st. Don't be playing with me like this. Then Dave Fleming announces it over the year of the Gonzaga St. Mary's game. Like, this really is happening. Like,
and then I tell you that I got the update from a trusted source, and I'm like, well, yep, here it is.
Well, I know Mr. Hurley is probably pleased because we know Mr. Adam Hurley is a Laker fan.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you who got the better end of this deal. It was the fucking Lakers. The Lakers won this trade. For the simple fact of the matter, they got rid of a player that stays hurt. He'll give you 4 to 5 games of spectacular, like, oh, right, here comes that AD from Kentucky. It's like he's out there balling, yada, yada, yada. And the slightest little thing, you could probably put a spitball at AD and he'll be out for a week.
Oh, no.
Hit him right in the forehead with a spitball. Oh, my God, I got headaches, migraines. I can't play basketball.
Well,
and then you know what? I know we crack jokes at AD, and it sucks because AD is an excellent basketball player. We're not going to. But it's just that he is the motto of he's the Bob Sanders to the NBA to what Bob Sanders was in the NFL.
That is a very good analogy. It's like Bob is good when he's there. When he's not there, you notice it.
He stayed hurt.
That's a very good analogy. Well,
as Adam says, I liked AD a lot, but we needed a good point guard more than anything. LeBron doesn't have
LeBron now can play more off the ball.
Well, that's when Luka gets back because Luka's still hurt.
Yeah.
Ain't Luka still in the cast?
Yes, he is.
So this is for the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, this Lakers season has now become a wash, even though they've been playing a lot better lately. I think they've won 5 of their last 6 games.
Well, they had a nice winning streak until they came to South Philly. Yes, I'm also a Sixer fan.
Which makes them very, very happy. Very, very happy.
Yes.
But
yes,
Lakers do get the win over the Knicks as LeBron James puts up a triple-double and then figures out that he gets
go figure that they get the win in the Mecca.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure. Scripted, I tell you, scripted. Just kidding.
Well, I mean,
but am I?
A shock for sure. But just to recap other action on the hardwood tonight on the NBA, or last night on the NBA, Pacers beat the Hawks 132 to 127. My friend wants to ask you why there aren't any basketball leagues.
Where are we talking?
What do you mean exactly, Adam?
Can you be more detailed with your question, please?
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Pacers beat the Hawks 132 to 127. This had to have been an earlier game because Tyrese Halliburton was at the Royal Rumble in Lucas Oil Stadium. And he scored 17. Siakam at 20 as the Pacers get win number 27. Hawks go to 22 and 27. Jazz beat the Magic 113 to 99. Colin Sexton had 22. Wagner had 37 in the loss as the Jazz get win. Oh, okay. Adam says it wasn't me. Honestly, don't worry about it. All right. We'll keep it pushing. Nuggets in a struggle.
Love it.
They beat the Hornets 107-104, but that still did not stop Nikola Jokic as he gets number 22 of the season. And yes, we're talking about the triple-double, if you will.
Bro, just give it to him. He doesn't care about it, but just give it to him.
No, he wants to tend to his horses. 28
That's
points,
more important than dribbling the basketball. That's crazy.
Rebounds and 17 assists.
Wait, it didn't one of his horses run at the Kentucky Derby? And I think won it.
I don't know.
No, I think one of his horses was in the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, interesting. That would be a heck of a. That'd be a great payday. Nuggets get win number 30.
That's why he doesn't care about basketball. The money's in horse racing.
That's why. Yeah. Nuggets get their 30th win of the year. Go to 30-19. Hornets go to 12-34. 107-104 final score. Nets with an impressive win in Houston, going to Houston and beating the Rockets 110-98.
Well, the Rockets have been playing tremendous basketball, so it was bound for them. It's been bound for them to take an L. So
that they have. I mean, they just came off a big win, beating Memphis.
Exactly. So they ran across a team that has nothing to lose after what they did done for the past few games. Makes sense.
But Jalen Green at 29 to lead for Houston.
Balling.
Nets get their 16th win. Houston goes to 32-16. The losing streak is over in the nation's capital. The Wizards finally win a game. They end the 16-game losing streak as they beat the T-Wolves 105-103 to get their 7th win of the season.
There was no Ant-Man.
Kyle Kuzma scored 31 to lead the way for the Wizards. Yes, Slim Shady still plays in D.C.
That's why they call him Slim Shady. I'm back.
Bull had 19, Colby had 14, Valanciunas had 13 and 10, George had 11. As the Nuggets, the Wizards, get win number 7. McDaniels led with 23 for the T-Wolves. Gobert at 16 and 16. Conley at 16. Alexander Walker at 14. Ingles at 10 off the bench. But as mentioned by my co-host, oh yes, it is the Ophis of Asgard.
Ah, yes.
If you will.
Ah, yes. Salutations, brother.
As the Timberwolves get the win. And there was no beam lit in Sacramento tonight as the Thunder.
Yes. Yeah. The Thunder whooped that ass. Was it 144 to 110?
144. They put up a buck 44 on Sacramento. As Aaron Wiggins with 41 of them buckets to lead the way
some
for OKC. SGA had 29. Hardenstein had 16. Dort had 20. And Williams had 18 off the bench. Well, it certainly does help when they hit 19 threes. That does help the cause.
Oh, that helps out a lot.
And they shot 53% from the floor. That certainly helps too. As the Thunder get win number 38.
Tremendously.
And the Kings go to 24 and 24. And the other one chiming in, Mr. McDonald. Again, Keith, thank you for helping us on the Ring Psychology podcast.
Yeah, you were a great asset to that, man. Great asset.
Already talked about the Lakers beating the Knicks. Bam with a game winner to give the Heat a big win over the Spurs, 105-103. Bam had 30 to lead away for Miami, 30 and 12. He was one assist shy of a triple double. Rozier had 19 off the bench. Jovic had 14. Jaquez Jr. had 10 off the bench, and Tyler Hero had 11. So Miami gets the win, and they are now back to one game over 524 or 24 and 23. And after shooting lights out against the Warriors on Friday night, Phoenix gets sounded pretty handily by the Portland Trailblazers, 127 to 108. As DeAndre Ayton had himself a night, folks. DeAndre Ayton, the former Phoenix Sun, first overall draft pick, had 24 points, but in 33 minutes, DeAndre Ayton was 11 of 12 from the floor. Talk about efficient. 11 to 12 from the floor. 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 24 points. Simons had 16. Ajija had 10. Grant had 20. Camara had 18 and 10. Sharp had 16 off the bench. Scoot Henderson 13. As Portland up to 20 and 29 on the year, and Phoenix goes to 25 and 23.
It's coming together, Pepper.
It's starting to come together. Yes, it is. Bill had 13 points, 22 for Durant. They wasted Devin Booker's effort as he had 37, but Portland gets the win, 127 to 108. Although my co-host is not very happy because that damn team in Cameron won tonight over his beloved Tar Heels in Cameron.
I knew that was going to be a scraping. That's why I didn't even comment, didn't even get on Facebook and say go Heels, this, that, and the third, take it to them. Duke is just a better team right now. They got a young stud out there. I can't think of his last name right now, but that kid is a baller.
Talking about Mr. Cooper Flag.
Yeah, Mr. Flag is a baller. Yeah, and there's only a few times that you will hear me give any kind of credit to them Cameron Blue fucking dumbass crazies, whatever the hell they are. It's all about Tar Heel Blue, baby. But no, Mr. Flag is an excellent basketball player, and he will be in the NBA soon.
There was some top 25 upsets today on the hardwood.
Didn't number one go down?
No. Number one won. Auburn beat Ole Miss 92-84.
So they came back.
But down goes number 3 at home as Kansas State beats Iowa State 80-61 in Ames. So number 3 goes down.
Beat them fashionably at that.
Alabama will move up because they were ranked 4th. They beat Georgia 90-69. But number 8 Tennessee beat number 5 Florida by 20, 64-44. So Tennessee will move up in overtime, and hopefully Miss Jody is asleep because this will break her heart. Her beloved Houston Cougars, ranked number 6, upset in overtime by Texas Tech, who is 22nd ranked.
Also, shout out to Miss Jody for coming on the show for the very first time and handling her business. We're coming with great stuff, and her rants were perfect. So, Miss Jody, anytime you want to come on the show and rant, we'll make a segment just for you. We call them the Miss Jody rants. So, yes.
Well, she was very nervous. I said, "Look here, the door's open. All you gotta do is just."
Hell, you should have heard me my very first time commentating for an A7FL game. You should have seen that. My brother. Right. And all you heard was in the beginning, and then I kind of got into it. So yes, shout out to Miss Jody.
Certainly help having 2-5 and Chris be an assist along the way also. So that definitely did help.
Of course.
In overtime, Texas Tech beats number 6 Houston 82-81. Number 7 Michigan State upset by USC 70-64. And then number 9 Marquette upset by number 25 UConn 77-69. Then number 11 Kansas upset by unranked Baylor 81-70. So Saturday was not a good day for ranked teams in men's college basketball. So certainly some teams will move up, some teams will move back down. But there's the action there. Kelsey Plum gave a very nice, heartfelt farewell to the Vegas Aces as she is now Los Angeles Spark, which is still shocking, but hey, it is a business after all. Um, it looks like the Saints really want Kellen Moore to be their head coach.
Yeah.
They're going to have another interview with him. Eric Bieniemy coaching the Bears running backs. That's going to help DeAndre Swift immensely in that backfield.
100%.
So good to see Eric Bieniemy back in the NFL. Um, hopefully one day he'll finally get the chance to be a head coach, but we don't know how that's going to happen. Also, some other news. The Bucks, Mike Evans, contemplating perhaps wanting to join Team USA for flag football in the 2028 Olympics, which is making its return back to the United States in Los Angeles. For those that don't know, flag football has now officially become an Olympic sport, and it will make its debut in 2028 games in Los Angeles. So we shall see. But Mike Evans throwing his bid to possibly wanting to join Team USA in flag football. And unfortunately, more accusations against Justin Tucker, facing 3 more from massage therapist. This has gone totally insane. First, Deshaun Watson, now Justin Tucker. I don't know what it is about NFL players and massage therapists, but this has really got to stop because this is really becoming a sickening pattern that really needs to stop. But nonetheless, here we go. The Cowboys will hire former Cardinals offensive line coach Clayton Adams as their new offensive coordinator. Of course, Brian Schottenheimer, son of longtime head coach Marty Schottenheimer, now running the show in Arlington. He spent the past 2 seasons as the Cards O-line, and the Cardinals have the 7th best running game in the NFL this past season. James Conner had a very solid year for the Cardinals this past season, running for almost 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. Rico Dowdle, who is going to be a free agent, almost ran for 1,100 this past season. And the Cowboys, who only had 6 rushing touchdowns on the season, and the Eagles had 7 rushing touchdowns in one game, more than the Cowboys season total. So the Cowboys are hoping that Clayton Adams can add to the run game for the Cowboys, as he will be calling offensive plays. And for Marquise's beloved East Rutherford Jets, it'll be Tanner Eggstrand. He was with the Lions coaching staff.
What we got going on, brother?
OC. So
we're talking about East Rutherford, huh?
No, just making some. Well, they finally have their OC, as it'll be Tanner Inkstrand, who was the passing coordinator under Dan Campbell, now joining Aaron Glenn in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we know, Johnny Morton, former Lions receiver, who was the OC in Dan Campbell's first couple of seasons.
Now, isn't this the second time Johnny Morton has been an OC?
This possibly might. Oh yeah, because he was Dan Campbell's first. Dan Campbell first got there. So Dan Campbell's first season, Johnny Morton was the OC.
And how did that go?
Back.
They went what, 1-16, 1-15?
No, that was their 3-13 season, I believe.
3-13, yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
All right, so the Buccaneers promoting from within, as they promote Josh Grisser to be the OC, which is Baker Mayfield's 8th OC in his career. So we will see if that familiarity will help, as Baker has greatly improved his 2 seasons in Tampa. Definitely had an MVP-type season this past year, as he threw a career-best 41 touchdowns in 2024. So we will see if that familiarity will help Reagan Baker Mayfield, as Ooze likes to call him, up there in Tampa. The Jaguars hire Anthony Campelli as the defensive coordinator, coming to Duval to coach under Liam Cohen, leaving the Packers to go to Duval. So just going through all these coaching changes here in the NFL. I believe that is all. Nobody cares about the doggone Pro Bowl, so we're not even going to talk about that. Supposedly, Ben McAdoo is going to stay on the coaching staff of the Patriots. As in, yes, former East Rutherford Giants head coach Ben McAdoo. Yes, that guy. Yes, him. He served as an offensive assistant, a senior offensive assistant this past season, but his responsibilities could change. He joins special teams coach Jeremy Springer and Tom Quinn as holdovers from Gerard Mayo's staff. Of course, as we know, Mike Vrabel is the new coach of the Patriots up there in Foxborough. A very, very good fight as David Benavidez outslugs David Morrell, even though Morrell did knock down Benavidez late in the fight, but it was a unanimous decision by the current WBA champion, who now adds another belt to his repertoire as light heavyweight champion. But it was the accuracy and aggression of David Benavidez that gave him the win over David Morrell in the fight. The judges had the score. Now. See, this is accurate. So, like we said, it was unanimous decision. Two judges scored it 115, 111. One scored it 118, 108. Either way, according to CopyBox stats, Benavidez landed 224 to Morrell's 165. Punches thrown 601 by Morrell, 553 by Benavidez. Benavidez had the higher percentage, landing 40.5%. To Morrell's 27.5. Benavidez landed 43 jabs to Morrell's 29. Power punches, 181 landed for Benavidez, 136 for Morrell, which gave Benavidez almost 50% landing in power punches. That's pretty doggone accurate. But Benavidez now goes to 30 wins, no losses, 24 KOs. Spent most of the fight applying pressure as he was going to the body. Morrell, that was his first loss. But as we said, there was a knockdown in the fight as Morrell caught him off guard with the sweeping hook that put him down. Only the second time Benavidez has been knocked down in his career. But too little too late, as Benavidez really had the fight well in hand. It was going to take a knockout for Morrell to beat him, but did not. As now Benavidez now also has another interim title. Of course, this could set up him being next in line to fight the winner of the rematch between Arthur Beterbiev and, of course, Dmitry Bivol, as they will get it on once again for the Undisputed Light Heavyweight Championship coming up later on this month on the 22nd of February, which, of course, is taking place in Saudi Arabia. Of course, Beterbiev beat Bivol the first time they fight, so we will see what happens in that rematch. And perhaps Benavidez will take on the winner of that one to perhaps really unify the light heavyweight championship of the world, because apparently the fight we want to see, one particular person that has the same last name as me apparently doesn't want to fight the guy, even though he says, screw the money, I just want to fight you, but Cinnamon won't give him the time of day. But congrats to David Benavidez, still unbeaten, still gets the win, and we will see what happens as Benavidez goes on from there. See if there's any other more boxing news coming up. Nobody cares about the Pauls fighting each other. Nobody cares about them being in a reality. No one cares about them being in a reality series on Max. So there we go with that. But earlier today, we saw the road to WrestleMania begin as the Royal Rumble took place in Indianapolis, Indiana. Much to a very packed crowd in Indianapolis, Indiana. Certain things are not shocking. Certain things are interesting.
Very.
The fact that Brock Lesnar is now identified in the lawsuit with.
So for those that's thinking that he's ever going to make a return, That right there, nope.
It's not gonna happen. But Pat McAfee was in his Colts blue. Like I said,
That was a nice sports coat.
it really was. One thing we didn't find shocking, other one was kind of shocking. For it only being a four card event, it was very very good, very very
Yeah,
timed and planned out.
yeah,
Um, Charlotte Flair making a return, wins the Women's Royal Rumble, much to the chagrin of a lot of fans. Were not very pleased about that. Again, not shocking that she won it. The fact that she was being promoted to come back and then she wins, kind of leaving a bad taste in fans' mouth, but nonetheless, the Queen will once again be headlining another WrestleMania. We don't know which title she's going to pick. She'll make that decision coming up this week, I'm sure. But I know my co-host was excited for one return. As if you saw the Ring Psychology Podcast watch along, once the Twister one made a return, Alexa Bliss, the whole panel got excited, and she definitely got the biggest pop of the night,
mm-hmm,
making
mm-hmm.
her grand return. After really can't believe it's been 2 years since we last saw Alexa, which was wow, that was shocking to know. Um, but she came out to a huge pop, had a very good showing. Roxanne Perez from NXT had a very nice showing again in the Rumble
Yeah,
this year.
mm-hmm.
Whole lot of weave. Um,
A lot,
I
and like somebody Weaves was in the ring for a while
it
too.
came off and it just stood there like it needed a home. But I know JP and Mizzle were not very happy that number 30 was Nikki Bella. Um, they were both hoping that it was going to be Mrs. Brooks, aka Mrs. CM Punk,
Yes, yes,
aka AJ
yes.
Lee, but it did not happen. Much to the disappointment of my two co-hosts on the Ring Psychology podcast, um, which
Horrible.
was insane. Um, DIY retains the tag team championships in the best 2 out of 3 falls, but the Street Profits came in and said, "We want the smoke, we want the belts." So we will see how that will be implemented into
Mm-hmm,
that. Um,
mm-hmm.
and you were right. That ladder match was brutal, and
Right, right,
and the way that he made Kevin Owens fold after that Alabama slam. Number one was
right.
a great. Number one was a great sell job by Kevin Owens. Number
Of
one.
course.
Number two. Um, that that was just wow. And the baby ladder definitely was used as a weapon, like it was a doggone steel chair. But
Tremendously.
Cody retains the title. Kevin Owens had a nice bright crimson mask. Sami Zayn's asking why. Um, just a whole big matchup. But the story of the night was definitely Jey Uso, who we did not expect to possibly win the Royal Rumble, but ends up being the winner, ends up eliminating John Cena. Um, and main event, Jey Uso will
Yes,
indeed live up to his moniker, main event. And it looks like all signs are
yes.
pointing that he is going to go after Gunther for the title at WrestleMania 41, coming to you April 19th and 20th in Las Vegas, Nevada at Allegiant Stadium.
Oh,
Um, I mean,
he's going after who? Say it again.
well, in the post show, he definitely made reference to, he said specifically the World Heavyweight Championship, not the
So that's
WWE
Gunther.
Championship. So he's definitely going to go after Gunther. To which makes the sense. Um, Definitely going to see how the build-up begins between Gunther and Jey Uso. As we know, we do have one more stop of WrestleMania, which is the Elimination Chamber in our brethrens to the north, which is Canada, in Toronto, Ontario, to be specific. So whole Canada, our home and native land. Um, but I mean, Jacob Fatu had a very good showing in the Rumble. Um, Double Samoan dropping, two guys, Penta, and I think I forgot who was the other one, but Jacob had a very nice showing. Seth Rollins, is he tweening a heel turn because Seth went ham after they were all eliminated? Curve stomped the tribal chief on steel steps. Um,
Oh,
yeah, it got real. Then him and boy, we will see what happens. Perhaps it might be the Elimination Chamber.
Later,
Perhaps see who might be the
you're
guy
gonna
to
see.
face Cody at WrestleMania
Mm,
41. Since, as we said, all intents and purposes, looks like that Jey Uso will be fighting um,
Gunther.
Gunther for the World Heavyweight title on one of the nights of WrestleMania. As we said, Charlotte does not know who's going to pick. A very big gate, made a lot of money. Biggest crowd ever at Lucas Oil Stadium. Not even Peyton Manning can do that, which is quite shocking because that place sold out under Peyton Manning, um, which is rare. But hey, things do happen. But good
Yes,
news for the Silver and Black. It looks like most of the defensive staff will be retained, much to the happiness of my co-host,
I'm okay with that.
as Ricky Manning and uh,
Yes, that's good.
others will be kept. Um, Lane Johnson says he will not be retiring after the Super Bowl. Um, Russell Wilson sidesteps the Raiders rumors. He says right now he is focused on the Steelers. We do know the Rooting family wants to bring one of those guys back. We don't know who it's going to be.
Somebody's leaving, and I think whoever that might be, if it's not Sam Darnold coming to Vegas, it'll be somebody coming out from the quarterback from the Steelers.
Now, how would you feel about Sam Darnold coming to the Raiders? How would that Now let's hypothetically say that it ends up being Pete Carroll's longtime OC Darrell Bevell back in the saddle to run the offense. If it is Sam Darnold, how do you think he would do in a Darrell Bevell ran type offense?
They better hit on a running back, and they better shore up that offensive line, and draft and maybe try to find a good vet to go with Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers and stuff like that. So that's what they better do. Because Sam Darnold, regular season was cool until he got into that playoff game. Or wait, I would say the last week against the Lions in the was week 18. And then he took that same game into the playoffs. And well, you see where the Vikings were after their playoff game at home. Or in Cancun on the boat fishing.
Going fishing. Stafford plans to return the Rams, but probably needs a new deal. So it could be the fact that
I see him getting shipped.
Really, you see him getting traded. Interesting. Max Crosby happy with the Carroll hire. So definitely that makes Mills very happy. That number 98 is happy.
Which means he will get a deal.
Some good news for the Eagles. Brandon Graham looks like he is ready to return for practice and possibly might be in the Super Bowl. Of course, Brandon Graham is the reason why the Eagles won their first Super Bowl, as he forced the fumble in Super Bowl 52 against Tom Brady. So possibly that could be good. They've gone with a rotation of Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat, and Jalix Hunt in Graham's absence. So that definitely will help the Eagles, if you will.
It should. That'd be a boost.
Yeah, that should be a boost. Which, by the way, folks, coming up this week, we will have our Super Bowl edition of Talking Ish with Chris and Mizzle, as we'll break down the matchups, break down this game between the Chiefs and the Eagles, and of course give our predictions on who we think is going to win Super Bowl 59. I will say this: one person will be picking the Eagles for sure. You want to know who? Find out and watch. That's just how you go with that. But yes, not only was the women's number 30 pick wasted, in addition to that, the men's number 30 pick was wasted with Logan freaking Paul, and a lot of people thought that Logan freaking Paul was going to win the doggone Royal Rumble. Even my co-host, while he was at the show, was talking about they're gonna let this douche win it. Well, they did not. It ends up being
Good. They got it right.
Jey Uso main eventing WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas.
And Jey Uso better whatever title he go. Well, it should be time. It's time.
Well, it is definitely time to quote unquote complete the story and come full circle. Looking forward to that. But folks, thank you for hanging out on this night owl edition with us here on the Mizzle and Dub Show. As it is definitely nap time for both of us because we both got church in the morning.
Church. Yes, indeed.
And of course, it is First Sunday, so don't forget to take your communion.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, I can get some bread. Yep.
But special thanks again to our newest subscribers. Again, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all of your subscribers. Please don't forget to check out the All Pro Jaffos on Jaffos TV, the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. Please like and get their subscriptions up. Don't forget this upcoming Wednesday, the other side of the ball, as we count down into the top 20 of the 24 of the top 50 players of the ASNFL in 2024. Numbers 20 to 11. The top 10, the top 20 going to the nitty-gritty. So will your guy make it? Only way to find out is to watch this upcoming Wednesday. And of course, the Opera Jaffos Tuesdays and Fridays on Jaffos TV. Again, Mizzle and Dub Show practically almost every day because that's just what we do at a moment's notice. But also this weekend, of course, Talking Ish, Dub, Chris, and Mizzle, our Super Bowl show. And you may get another watch-along collaboration for Super Bowl Sunday. TBD, to be determined. So just keep it locked. Again, if you want to know when we're coming on the air, the most important thing, turn on notifications so you can be notified.
All avenues
Comes on the air, whether it be here, YouTube, the Facebook page, the Instagram page, and all points in between. But nonetheless,
yes,
we're gonna go take naps now because
indeed,
it's just time to take naps because it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. But nonetheless, for everybody here on the Mizzle and Dub Show, we say thank you for joining us, and it really is 5 o'clock, some damn where. Again, for Jey Uso, man, Jey Uso, he definitely deserves a very big, fat Royal Rumble winning yeet.
And
Good night. Settle. Metal.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. We appreciate you guys for. We appreciate it.
We went over an hour. Not a short one.
No, he said shot time, like shot.
Oh,
Yes.
it
Yes.
must be time to get off work. Oh, he must be getting off work soon.
Yes. That's what that means.
Good night. Or good morning.
Whatever it may be.
Whichever one works for you.
Indeed.
Just don't forget the roll book.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, of course. Special thanks, as always, to the Super Dope Beatmaker who makes great music for this show and many other shows. And oh, by the way, don't forget to see and watch DJ Matchsticks on the 1s and 2s during All-Star Weekend in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And never tell the DJ what to play.
Good night.
Oh!